World champions. Wow, what a fake off Daniels as he broke his ankles and got all the way to the
Oh, what's up? Look at these gentlemen. These sophisticated fucks. Look at it. I love it.
What's up?
What's up, boys?
Look at these batting 1,000 tonight, huh? Batting 1,000 with these sharp-looking gentlemen over here with their bird stuff on. I'm the only one who's not wearing anything Eagles. Oh, like I got my Eagles pants on. Never mind.
There you go. Hey.
I almost showed you guys my nuts. That would have been really you guys,
Man, you can't stop talking about nuts tonight. What
That's
is up
another
with that?
version of giving the bird.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
Sometimes you got to flash a little ball. That's all, Joe.
Hey.
Sponsored by Manscaped. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But
That's fired up. Fired up.
Yeah, I keep forgetting what podcast we have. I just need a weed whacker. 2.9, whatever. What are they on? 2.6?
2.0.
Weed whacker. That bad.
Dude,
Come on,
it looks
Rich,
like
it's
Osama bin Laden's beard right now.
A weed whacker. It's been that long, man.
It's been years. It's been years. Just the tip. It's been years.
Oh, God.
All right, hey, Don. Hey,
Rob, hey, what's up, fellas?
We have a show
hey, listen.
tonight.
Oh,
We got
sorry.
we got a lot of information going on around the outside, right? The sponsors are next to Rich and Joe.
Yes.
Right down the bottom, we got all of our information, including the Drunk on Broad Street line, which we will debut that segment tonight. We get to hear what the fans say, real live in-game. Hopefully, we can start building this up. Some in-game, it's more post-game reaction.
Yeah.
But we have a very interesting hot take about a guy who doesn't even play for this team anymore.
Of course not. Of course not.
Always revisionist history.
Why does anybody care about Jalen Reagor? All right. Why does anybody care about Jalen Reagor? He didn't even get a snap.
Hey, he had 7 return yards the other day.
Good
7.
for him. And he didn't fumble like Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon on the goal line last night.
Oh my God.
I wonder if Jalen Reagor is like
Chris, what's up, buddy?
I wonder if Jalen Reagor is studying Justin Jefferson now that he gets to play like behind him.
He can't read. Don't give him credit. He can't read.
To be honest, Jay,
That
I mean, listen, I wish no ill will on the dude, but the dude has like negative talent. I mean, I can't.
I agree.
I can't say like put it this way, his best catch as an Eagle was a training camp play.
I mean,
Just saying.
how bad is it that Reagor and J-Jaw, a first and a second round pick, are pretty much maybe not even – well, J-Jaw's not in the league right now unless he got picked up.
No.
His mom picked him up from the airport with an umbrella.
And Reagor, he's probably on his last leg. So it's like, Jesus. 2 guys like that we thought – I didn't expect greatness, but I expected something. Oh,
A solid starter.
man.
Jay, I agree. I expected something.
Exactly. Zilch.
Some kind of
Nada.
productivity.
We got
Like those trades in Sleeper. 0 zilch nada when you trade something for nothing.
Thank you. The new kid, Zach, in our one league. Justin Jefferson's doing just fine. Enjoy Najee Harris. Enjoy that.
Ouch.
Oh,
Yeah, that came full circle because I had Justin Jefferson.
You had Justin. If you kept Justin Jefferson, Jason would have had
Justin Jefferson?
He did because he needed running backs. But Jason would have had Devontae Adams this week, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase. They would put up like 120 points together. And Josh Allen. So he would have had 150 on 4 players.
hold on, Rich. Do I have to cue taps?
Yeah. No, because I think Jason still killed it.
No, I
I'm okay though. I got AJ Brown, so I'll take it.
Oh shit! And you have that's right.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had him.
But it don't matter. You did fine. Anyway, Don, sorry. Fantasy.
No,
Definitely. Bird time. I want to get to these calls, Don. I want to hear it.
Hold on. Cue the music here. Right? We got.
Want to know, baby.
Right? Want to know. Listen, we got big things happening. We got the offense. We had the offense putting up points. Right?
We did.
Yeah, 31 points by the offense, right? Legit. So we got, listen, in this league.
E-L-E-S, Eagle.
Right. So listen. So my thought on this, right? A win is a win is a win is a win
Cheers.
in this league.
Cheers.
I listen, I'm going to let y'all talk, but there's a lot that I loved about what I saw in this game.
I saw a lot of things that I loved, but I don't want to touch on that yet because I have to go with the bad. And the bad was that offensive line play, which was absolutely terrible. They were beyond lackluster. They were stagnant. They were bad. The first 5 incompletions that Jalen Hurts had were the offensive line's fault. It was bad. Jalen Hurts looked phenomenal, and that's what I liked about him. He missed one throw to Gainwell that I saw that was pretty bad. But other than that, solid showing, everything I wanted to see. Next point, that defensive line was absolutely garbage. They were getting gashed. And where the fuck was Jordan Davis?
Yeah, so all right. So there are 2 stats that I want to talk about, right? The one that was floating around with Jordan Davis, he played 21 plays. On the time on the rushing plays where he was on the field, they averaged 2.5 yards per carry. In the snaps where he was off the field, anyone want to take a guess?
10.
Over 10. I was going to say over 10.
It was 10 and a half.
10.6.
Like, get that dude on the field. That dude is your first round pick. Get that guy on the field.
But Don, Jonathan Gannon said Jordan Davis took advantage of the opportunities when he was in the game.
Yeah, guess what, Joe? If Jordan Davis plays 70% of the
he's about to blow a gasket, just like
Jonathan Gannon.
He can have that same effect in 70% of the plays.
Yep. Hey. Any reason why Vic Fangio's been hanging around a lot at practice?
Yeah. Vic Fangio is the yet-to-be-announced defensive coordinator of the Eagles.
I mean, something's got to give because that's absolutely insane. Jordan Davis is the guy you took in the first round to be the run stuffer. And I'm sorry, Hargraves isn't the same player. He wasn't the same player he was 2 years ago. He wasn't the same player he was last year. Put the fucking big fella in and let the linebackers come in behind him, please. Like, Jesus fucking – him and Cox. Cox was another one who last week looked washed. He was getting one-on-one, and he was getting fucking roasted.
Yeah. Like, dude,
this is why I didn't want him back. I didn't care that he came back for a player-friendly deal. The dude is done. The dude's done. I hope I'm wrong, but put fucking Jordan Davis in the game. Why are you dropping Hassan Reddick back into coverage? When he wasn't doing
Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that?
Something tells me I heard that last week.
Come on, JG. It's not that hard, dude. He's got to get out of his own way, man.
Dude, he's just fucking this thing up. Like, how? I just want to know why Jordan Davis isn't playing. I want to know why you're not blitzing Hassan Reddick. Like, your corners aren't going to be able – and let's be real. Detroit had a lot of drops. Detroit had a shit. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. And that Bradbury interception was pretty much what we needed because, let's be real, we could have lost without that.
Hey, listen, Rich Stradamus –
yeah, Rich
was channeling in his inner Madam Cleo.
Did right? Miss Cleo over here? How you doing?
With the pick six, right, Rich? And that turns out to be the difference maker in the game, right?
Yeah.
That Rich, everything you were talking about in terms of the way that they kind of took their foot off the gas late in the game, let them back in the game. When you look at games, and I'm just going to talk about like the Chiefs Cardinals game, right? The Chiefs got up early and just stepped on their throat.
Yeah.
And never let them back in the game. And that game was over at the beginning of the second quarter. Like, if you have this team, there were 2 points in that game where they were up by 17. Like, if you have aspirations of being at the top of this division, and right now with the injury to Dak Prescott, and that's not helping the Cowboys at all. Right now, you're looking at Cooper Rush, right? The Redskins, the Commanders, they look
the Commanders.
They look
Washington
better than anticipated, and the Giants won a game that they probably shouldn't have won.
Giants suck.
Right.
Jay.
So this division is there to be had.
Yes.
But if you if you play like that, you're going to let teams back into games like that. There are games that are going to be games that you're supposed to win that you're going to end up losing.
Jay, you've been quiet, and I know you got some shit. I want to hear it. The silent assassin is about to speak.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we got the W. And yes, there's going to be quite a few things that were a little bit concerning to me. But I like to always start with the positive. And you touched on Jalen Hurts. And shout out to Philly Talk Podcast. I don't know if you guys follow the guy, but the guy does phenomenal as far as, looking at numbers and stuff. So this was his take on Jalen Hurts clutch downs. So you had a 3rd and 15. Jalen Hurts ran for 16 yards. You had a 3rd and 6. He ran for 10 yards. You had another 3rd and 4. He threw to Brown for 16 yards. Then the 4th and 1, he scored a touchdown. 3rd and 2, Goddard, 27 yards. 3rd and 3, Brown, the 54-yard bomb.
Yeah.
3rd and 6, another Brown, 10 yards. 3rd and 2, Pascal, 7 yards. 3rd and 4, he ran for 5 yards. And then that final 4th and 1 where he snuck for 1 yard.
Yeah.
If that does not tell you that this guy is clutch and he's a winner and he's a guy that has all the intangibles, like I get it that maybe he doesn't have the elite arm strength, but he has stuff that a lot of quarterbacks could only dream about, and that's that intangible. I would take that any day of the week, and I am excited. But here's the kicker. If you're going to expect Jalen Hurts to play hero ball every single game, we are going to have problems because you cannot have your quarterback in the line of attack 17 times where he gets hit, 17 rushes. I know 7 of them were designed, so that means that another 9 were scrambles where he was trying to get out of trouble.
Right.
You cannot expect your quarterback to do that every single game and think that he's going to be healthy. That is my big concern.
No, when he had time to set his feet and throw the ball, he looked great.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that pissed me off is this O-line. I'm like I said to my boys yesterday, it's week 1, right? It's week 1. Take it as the first game in the preseason, but it actually counts with everybody playing together. But they did not look congruent at all when they were playing with each other. They did not mesh well. It just looked bad. It was sloppy, missed assignments. Jalen Hurts, thank God he can run, because if it was a statue back there, imagine if that was fucking Joe Flacco behind the line, he'd be dead. We would have gotten killed that game. So Hurts had to use his strength in his legs to rush for 90 yards to keep us in that game because his defense wasn't bailing him out and his offensive line wasn't doing shit. I loved what Jalen Hurts did. Am I worried going forward? No, because I think they'll figure it out. I'm worried about that defense. I'm giving literally Gannon one more fucking week because that dude is the same fucking coach from last year. And that's the annoying part. He did not learn from his mistakes last year. You're going to drop back one of the best pass rushers in the league in Hassan Reddick last year into coverage instead of blitzing him. That makes no sense. You got a fucking 360-pound monster of a run stuffer. He plays 21 snaps and was an 8 yards per carry difference maker. but he doesn't see the field after that because he's got to put Hargraves in. Why is Milton in? Why is Milton in down on the goal line? Where was Davis? I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand what the fuck he thinks he's doing.
Right.
Because he's not outsmarting anybody, and he's making himself look more and more stupid.
Well, and that's the part that I don't get. Right? Like, what's going on? Like,
hey, Mike, kiss your face.
That's the part that I don't get. I don't get why you add all of these incredible additions to this defense, guys that do exactly what you need them to do, and then you put them in positions where they're not on the field. Like, I don't understand that philosophy at all. But Jay, to speak to your point about Hurts, I think for me, like, thing I love the escapability, right? His ability to be able to extend plays, to be able to get in space where he can get that first down, get it to where it's a third and short, not a third and long. I think the thing for me that I'm going to look for moving forward is that, like, I don't need him to be hero ball. Yeah. Right? Because there were plenty of plays in that game where I'm looking at him getting crushed at the end of plays, right? He takes the one hit to the helmet where I thought, like, ooh, like, is he getting up from that one? I'm looking at, like, okay, yes, he can use his feet to escape the pocket, but he's got to be able to look downfield. Yeah. Right. And as he's escaping, right, he escapes laterally and is able to maybe put the ball vertically, right? To get, you look at some of the plays that Dallas Goedert made in space, right? He looked phenomenal, right? A.J. Brown had probably the best debut for an Eagles wide receiver in recent history. Yeah. But it's inexcusable to me that Devontae Smith doesn't get a catch. I know he got a couple of targets, but that guy, if A.J. Brown is getting 11 catches for $155, and Dallas Goedert is being productive on the in space, Devontae Smith also has to get the ball. Yeah, right? That guy can't go without a touch.
Well, you also had him run the ball 17 times, so that's also a problem. When he's running the ball 17 times for 90 yards, okay, say he only runs 10. Convert those other yards into passing yards, or maybe more than that if you give Slim Reaper a chance to catch the ball. Jay, go ahead.
Well,
you have something.
Well, because I'm kind of on the opposite side. I kind of disagree, Don, only because I feel that you're going to have games where AJ might not have that big game and Devonta's going to have a big game. I think the team that they have built, you don't necessarily have to have that spread the ball mentality, because I think that could sometimes be overrated. I look around the league at some of these other games. I saw it with the Raiders. I was told, oh, now Devontae Adams went to the Raiders. All of a sudden they're going to have all these weapons. It was the same thing in the Raiders. Devontae Adams had 17 targets. The next best guy had 4 targets. And that's Renfro, who last year was the Raiders' leading receiver. So you don't necessarily need to have a spread the ball mentality to win. But
I'm just saying he needs to get the ball at some point.
To have A.J. Brown, a guy that has 10 catches for 155 yards, we've never seen that. I think the last guy to do the highest debut for an Eagle before that, I believe, was he played back when Jeff Garcia was, I can't think of his name.
Stallworth.
Yes, Dante Stallworth. I think had 129 yards receiving, and that was like the leading yardage for total for a debut.
He did, Chris. He did.
Like I said,
I'm not sure if you're going to see it's a joke, but yes, he did.
Devonta Smith I don't think you'll see another game where he has 0 catches.
No.
I think it was like the way that game was going, and like Rich said, a lot of the running and the fact that Jalen was kind of running for his life half the time, like, made it a little more difficult to kind of go through those progressions.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying, that, you want to see – you don't want to see him going to one guy, because you're looking at it from the perspective of, we need to see Jalen, grow in the fact that he isn't able to.
Right. Listen, Jay, I want to see him get everybody involved.
I got it.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's kind of where I'm coming from. Right. I don't care if it's on a jet sweep that you get him the ball. I don't care if it's a screen. I don't care if it's a slant. I don't care if you send him on a fly route. But he has to touch the ball.
Yeah.
He is too dynamic a player to be on the field and not touch the ball and to be a distraction. Like he's not a
decoy.
He's not a decoy.
Decoy.
He's not a thank you.
Distraction. He's being a distraction. Why would you ever say that, Don?
But as I said, I think you'll see it, Don, where
I think so
you're
too.
going to have a game where Devonta Smith has 10 catches for 140 yards and AJ maybe has 1 or 2 catches. It's going to happen because
You know what? You're probably right.
I think a lot of times the defense dictates, where the passing game goes. And listen, if you're being successful to AJ Brown, then to me it's like keep doing it. I'm all about that. Feed the hot hot guy. Because like I said, look at Justin Jefferson. He was the same thing. Adam Thielen only had 3 catches Sunday. But I've seen games where Justin Jefferson last year only had 2 catches and Adam Thielen had 10 catches.
Yeah, but those 2 catches, Jay, were for like 110 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
That's the difference with JJ.
Well, I agree. But AJ Brown, like I said, one of his was the 54-yard bomb, which, by the way, I called. It wasn't.
I was going to say, Jay Stradamus had his he partially cloned Madam Cleo.
My whole thing is I don't think that you're like I was saying, it was all indicative of the line play. I think that if Hurts was actually able to stay in the pocket a little bit longer and have a read, I think he would have been able to hit Devontae Smith on a few routes. It's just the fact that when he was rolling, who is he going to look at? And who's running the underneath routes? Who's running the mid routes? And that's A.J. Brown. So A.J. Brown's running those routes. You got Ertz running the middle of the field. So, of course, he's going to pepper Brown. And Devontae Smith, he's going to be the medium to the go routes. So he's going to take the longer plays. And when you're on the run, who are you looking for? I'm looking for A.J. Brown. I'm not really looking to turn the ball upfield and throw in a pick.
You would have to think if you're the Vikings this week, they're probably going to consider double covering him,
which is fine because then you're going to.
Right, Jay speaks exactly to what you're talking about, right? Which is double team A.J. Brown. Fine, you're going to double team A.J. Brown. Leave Devontae Smith on single coverage. Leave Dallas Goedert on single coverage.
Yep.
Send Kenny Gainwell out of the backfield. Put Zach Pascal in the slot.
The problem with that, which I don't like, because we're going to dive into right now. We're just going to go with the Vikings. My worry is, okay, yes, double. You put Garner Johnson and Slay over top of Justin Jefferson. You leave Bradbury on an island with Thielen. I'm completely content with that. Who's going to cover Dalvin Cook coming out of the backfield? That's who? Oh, Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick going to cover?
Because you're white.
Because you're white, which is fine. I don't mind that. But when you say pick your poison, I mean it could be death by 1,000 cuts. You know what I mean?
It was, and they were really impressive on Sunday.
They looked, and the good thing is, not the good thing. The good thing for Justin Jefferson, he has a head coach who was scheming Cooper Kupp to get open. So now Justin Jefferson is going to get schemed open all day, which is fine.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you kind of have to do what the Bills did to Cooper Kupp. Let Cooper Kupp get his, but
just take away everybody.
Don't give anything to anybody else.
Don't give anything to anybody else, because Justin Jefferson's going to beat you. But you got to keep a single high safety over top. You can drop some guys back into coverage, play the soft spots in the zone, let him run, get in the zone, but don't let him get past you. And then try to let Thielen and try to let the other guys beat you, because who's Kirk Cousins really looking at now? Justin Jefferson. Who throws really bad picks? Kirk Cousins.
Right.
You kind of want to. It's the same thing with Stafford. It's that effect. When you're keying in on one guy, okay, we'll have Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson try to beat you. Don't let anybody else, because he's going to make a mistake, and it's a primetime game. It's a primetime game. Yeah. We know what Kirk Cousins does in primetime games. Same thing with Stafford does. He loves looking for Kupp. He's going to make mistakes. We need our pass rush to get home this week. Yeah. We need to hit Kirk Cousins early and often to make him uncomfortable to where he is going to throw those terrible picks. And in return, Minnesota's defense looked good. Okay, we can say Aaron Rodgers has no wide receivers, which he doesn't.
No, you're right.
But they still looked good. And Bakhtiari wasn't there. Doesn't matter. They still looked good on tape on Sunday. Yep. So that is something to be worried about. Am I worried about the Vikings? Yes, if the same Eagles team shows up on Monday night.
Yeah, if the same team that shows up on Monday night is the same team that left Detroit, then they're in trouble.
But you know what the thing is? This is going to be the NFC Championship preview game. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be Eagles-Vikings.
All right, Mark.
Eagles-Vikings in the NFC Championship. Because what I saw from half these teams in the NFC on Sunday was just abysmal. Aaron Rodgers ain't shit without Davante Adams. Right. Trey Lance, I don't care if it was a mud bowl and it was raining. Still, he's in that stupid decision-making. Mm-hmm. Now they lost Elijah Mitchell. Tom Brady looks fucking washed. He looks fucking he couldn't score. Wait, did he score one touchdown? He scored one touchdown against that putrid Dallas defense. He looked awful. Dallas sucks.
Yeah.
Not worried about Carson Wentz. And then who else do we have? Seattle?
I mean, right?
How did that happen?
Like, listen, Rich, Arizona looked pedestrian at best.
Their defense is atrocious without J.J. Watt.
Right.
They have zero pass rush whatsoever. And I know there's no Rondale Moore, there's no D-Hop, but they're going to be possibly 0-6. And then in week 7 when D-Hop comes back. They do not scare me because Kyler is going to still be Kyler. He's going to try to do too much. And let's be real, their defense is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm not really worried about this division if the Eagles keep their foot on the gas on offense.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
We just need to be a different team on Sunday. Keep the offense the same, just addition by subtraction, just play better on the offensive line, take a little pressure off of Hurts, and
play the better guys more.
Yeah, play the better guys more.
Play the suckier guys less.
Yeah.
Right, it's not rocket science, right? Yeah. And Rich, like, you have to put in a lineup that's going to get guys home, that's going to put Kirk Cousins under pressure.
Who's going to stop Dalvin Cook? Jordan Davis.
Right.
Davis.
Hopefully he's on the field.
Right.
Yeah, for at least
if you watch that tape of Sunday and watch the Vikings, Jordan Davis has to be on the field twice as much, if not more, than he was against the Lions, right? Because, listen, and I'll be the first one to admit it, I severely underestimated him as a runner going into that game because he played really well. Like, he ran behind that line really well.
Yeah, Miles looked great.
So, if I'm Jonathan Gannon, right, Jordan Davis has to be on the field. I don't need any NASCAR packages. I don't need a bunch of defensive ends on the field at one time. I need a bunch of dudes that are going to stop the run.
Yeah.
Or guys that are going to clog up the line and let the second and third level guys really get in space and get to where they can really make a dramatic effect on that running game.
Joe, Don, or Joe, Jay?
I can't disagree. I think the key to beating the Vikings is A, stop the run, and B, I would like to see the Eagles try to run the ball a little more with their running backs. I think Miles Sanders had a decent game. I still think that Miles Sanders can be used more. I think Kenny Gainwell, I would like to see a little bit more from him as well, as far as getting involved in the run. I think if you can run the ball and make it a time of possession game, that's the kind of game that can stop Justin Jefferson from running all over and running roughshod over your team. Because if you get in a game where you kind of make it a shootout, you're going to have a problem.
Oh, yeah. No,
I can tell you, Justin Jefferson, like I said, I saw him 30 yards open on every single play, like ridiculously open. And yes, he was not playing against cornerbacks of the caliber of the Eagles.
But
Green Bay. Let's make no mistake.
So they have Jair Alexander.
I was just going to say Green Bay has a very good.
But the problem with that was Jair Alexander didn't shadow him. Jair Alexander stayed on one side, which was absolutely stupid of Taylor, right? Taylor? Isn't it Taylor, their coach?
John, no, right.
No, what's their coach's name?
LaFleur.
Oh, Matt LaFleur. Sorry, Matt LaFleur. He played on one side. Like, why is your best corner not following him around? Like, Jair Alexander's no slouch. But Jair Alexander's not even in the frame. Like, what are you doing? Like, again, stupidity.
It was bad.
Dude, he was wide open on almost every fucking.
Oh my God, like 30 yards open. Like
he could have had about 15 catches.
He was just running around in circles and
Dude, it was
went the other way. I'm like, my God.
And to touch on Sanders real quick, 7.4 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Yep.
7.4.
Yeah, and he only had, I think, 13 rushes.
13 rushes.
Yeah.
For 96 yards.
13 for 96, right?
And
Go ahead, Joe.
He had that fourth down run where he starts straight ahead and then bounced it to the left, man. Was a huge play. Huge play. I mean, they don't get that first down. You know, Detroit's got the ball, I think, at our 40-yard line.
Yeah, we lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, I mean, they could go down and get a field goal. They could go down and get a touchdown. That was a huge play by Sanders. But, you know, you have a big lead like that. You've got to be able to run the ball to run the clock.
Agreed.
You got to be able to get 3 or 4 yards of carry, gets first downs, run that clock down when you've got a big lead like that. So whatever they need to do with that offensive line in the run game and the blocking, they need to get it figured out, and they need to get it figured out quick.
Yeah.
Well, and to speak to that, Joe, I think to combine what you were saying and what Jay was saying, I think the best way to play defense against Justin Jefferson is to have a really good run game where you can keep Justin Jefferson off the field.
Yeah.
Right. The more that you can keep him off the field, obviously the less effect he can have on that game. Because when he is on the field, he can pretty much get wherever he wants, whenever he wants. So,
yeah. Your best rusher and the scariest runner on your team should not be your quarterback.
No, not at all.
So let's go with predictions. What are we predicting? Jay, you started off.
So I haven't really had a long time to kind of analyze it, but if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say it's going to be another high-scoring game. I'm going to say Eagles 24, Vikings 21.
Okay. What's your key play? We need it.
So my key play, I'm going to go Devonta Smith with a 45-yard touchdown.
Okay.
I'm going to reverse the roll, not 54. It's going to be 45.
I like it.
All right. Joe, what do you got?
What do you got, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, you've got two good teams, two good offenses. We're at home. The crowd's going to be fucking bonkers. I got
Monday night, baby.
30-27. Huh, Don?
It's a doubleheader Monday night. There's 2 Monday night games. There's
That's
an early
right.
game.
That's right. But we,
What
obviously
do you
our
got,
game is more important. 30-27 Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 24-yard touchdown.
Okay.
Key play of the game.
I like it.
All right, Rich, what do you got?
Oh man, I think it's gonna be a shootout. I'm gonna go Eagles 38 again. 38-33. Eagles win. And they're gonna seal the deal.
Oh boy. What is it now?
With a CJG or CGJ interception. That's how it's going to seal the deal. Kirk Cousins is going to drop back at their 40. He's going to be looking for Justin Jefferson. He's going to step in front, take it from him, and that's going to end the game.
Love it.
I love
Beautiful.
it. I love it. Listen,
Gotta go.
What do you got, Don?
Listen, I was kind of in that high 30s, low 20s, or mid 20s. So I'm going 31-28.
Okay.
But the key play is going to be late in the fourth quarter. Eagles are up 3. Jordan Davis with a big sack, forced fumble.
Jordan
deal late in the game, and just soaks in the crowd. The link is about to explode, and he just eats. I'm going to say he breaks through the line, gets a sack and a forced fumble to seal the deal late. Go 31-28 Birds.
Hey,
Joe,
Coach, don't you dare take me out of the game.
Joe, what's Don smoking that he believes Gannon's going to do the right thing? Don's usually like I'm playing safe, and he goes, Jordan Davis is going to be on the field in the fourth quarter. I'm like, wow, man, that's a lot of faith in Gannon. I love it though, Don, because I want to see that happen.
If I see a play during the game where Hassan Reddick is chasing Dalvin Cook down the sideline, I'm probably going to break my TV.
Yeah. I'll call our hotline and just cry. This would be sounds of a grown man sobbing.
Oh my God. All right, listen, gentlemen, with that. Oh wait, Adam's got a quote, right? Adam's going 45-41 Birds.
Woo, man.
With
High
a
score.
interception.
Super high.
Okay, Adam. All right, Adam, I see you, buddy. I like it. Got to go with those D-backs, baby.
And listen, we got all right. The over/under is 51.5.
I'm taking you over.
I'm gonna go over.
I like it.
The lowest score out of the bunch.
Eagles played well. Chiefs played one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, they did. I mean,
you got that right.
Yeah. They wiped the floor with the Cardinals.
That
wasn't too hard.
No,
not at all. And they like I said, they look pedestrian at best. So with that, gentlemen,
the time has arrived.
The new segment has arrived. Get on. Everybody's got to get on it. Firm Rock, because we're getting on the Broad Street line.
This is the Broad Street Line, where Philly sports fans leave all of their sports hot takes. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday at 8:30 when we listen to your live reactions to the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat.
Listen,
that's dope. Who did the voiceover?
Listen. Well, I found a free website where you can do you can.
Oh,
they have some
John.
options, right?
I was like, who's your friend? He's got a great voice.
My friend is some dude on the internet.
Nice. Don, internet friends. I love it.
Some dude on Google Voice.
Listen, internet friends are friends. Hey.
Call the Broad Street Line and listen at 8:30.
Listen,
that'd be hilarious.
That'd be the voice I would expect.
Go ahead, listen. Like the number scrolling across the bottom, right? And the idea is to be able to get that real time fan interaction. But the first one, listen, we gotta. I'm gonna shout out a guy who is constantly at these events, constantly showing up to people's live events, listening to people's shows, right? So the first call, we gotta go with our boy.
Yeah, Jump on Broad Boys, Richie, Donnie, the crew. This is your boy Adam.
Adam.
I was calling up, saying about the Eagles. Eagles had a good game yesterday. I think they'll get back on track or whatever in the next couple weeks or whatever. I'll be down at the Monday night game against the Vikings, so I'll be down there cheering them on. And just want to say, Dallas sucks.
Hey, already wins the call of the night.
Oh, dude. Adam, my man. That was great. I just want to let you guys know. Dallas sucks. Fucking right, Adam.
Right. Dallas week isn't for a while, right? But Adam's got the priority straight, right? Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Dallas sucks.
Dallas sucks. Adam, great call, buddy. Great call.
Oh,
Have fun at the game on Monday, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. All right, so now here we go. All right. So this was the one that got me. This was at 1:40 on Sunday, in the middle of the Eagles game and the middle of the 1 o'clock games, right?
Right.
How was the first call that we get to this line from a fan about a guy who doesn't even play with his team? And listen, I'm going to let you all just listen to this.
Is it J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's mom?
It's not.
Damn it.
But it sounds like Carson Wentz's brother.
Oh, great.
Here we go.
My hot take this year: Carson Wentz goes on a revenge tour and manages to bring the Commanders to win the division, potentially an NFC championship. The Birds have wronged many people over the years, and I think that it's time for their vengeance to come swiftly and justly. My hot take is Jalen Hurts goes 10 tutties, 20 picks. Birds finish with 7-10 record. And that's it. I think they got to do right by their guys. I think they got to make a public apology to the fans, to Carson Wentz, to Nick Foles, to Doug. They got to make some things right before we can move on from all this. 2017 still feels like it was yesterday, even though it was 5 years ago.
He's this guy smoking.
That's my hot take. All right.
Listen, I heard that. All right, so let's unpack this for half a second here. All right, so he starts off by saying Carson Wentz is taking the 2022-23 season to be on a revenge tour. Yes, I know that man threw 2 touchdowns in the first half of that game, but you didn't even give him a whole game to say he's on the revenge tour. And then to say that the Birds did him wrong and that it's time that he thinks he's going to get vengeance on the Eagles. There was a lot here to unpack that I just didn't see. That Jalen Hurts is going to get 10 tutties and 20 picks, and the Birds are going 7-9.
I think there was a lot of whiskey being drank before that phone call, or a lot of meth or something.
I think Mike was right.
He's taking drunk on Broad. Yeah, Mike. Yes,
drunk on Broad Street.
Yeah,
but like I think they have to make an apology to Carson Wentz and Nick Foles and to Doug and like
who the fuck? All right.
Listen, I don't know, but whoever left this message, right? Please make sure you call back and give us some more hot takes because, good Lord, I don't even know what to do with all of that 54 seconds of content.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I don't fucking get it, but all right.
No.
All right, dude. Cool, bro. I guess the Eagles are going to throw the ball 700 times for Jalen to throw 20 picks. That's not going to fucking happen.
Oh, listen.
I love Jalen. You're like, I like some good stuff. This guy better than I know, man. Somebody open a window.
Listen, the next one is from someone who was commenting on our earlier, on here about the Eagles and Chiefs. So she was checking in.
Hi, my name is I am so happy. I really enjoy your show. Watching you guys.
I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks.
Happy about sports. About the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, my team.
All right.
And can't wait to hockey
Go Chiefs.
starts and stuff. It's going to be interesting.
Go hockey.
When all the football teams play, and just hoping Eagles will win again. Make more fans happy, and my Kansas City too. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Yeah.
All right, great call. I'll take it. That's I like the positivity. I like it.
Hey, listen, my next door neighbors are from Kansas City, Missouri.
Good barbecue. Good barbecue.
Good barbecue. But listen, they got their Chiefs flag flying in the front of the house. So, hey, listen, your Chiefs played well. I like it.
Kicked the shit out of the Cardinals. We kind of kicked the shit out of Detroit.
Right?
I'll take it.
I think Mahomes is on a revenge tour.
Oh, he is.
Oh, that's
Yep.
gonna be
Talk
fucking.
about
How about
revenge.
the Tua throw to Tyreek Hill when he was wide open and he skipped it to him? I was dying. And they just replayed it over and over, and they're like, "Yo, Tyreek Hill's walking back to Kansas City."
Oh my god! All right, so the comments are coming in now. So Adam's saying that it was probably a Cowgirls fan,
Could have been.
right?
Call back. We know it was you. I can't even make up that voice. That voice sounds so Pennsyltucky. It's ridiculous.
And Chris, that was
Too much drunk.
It's drunk. Chris, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm too drunk to
Oh,
taste this
God.
chicken.
Now listen, the last one, we had someone very, very special call in. Someone who's near and dear to the Birds. His voice you may recognize.
Oh, great.
Yes, good evening. This is Merrill calling from Bluebell, Pennsylvania. Just calling in to give my rundown of Sunday's game. Jalen Hurts was spectacular. They really took the offense by the horns. He made play after play. He was awesome. Single-handedly got them out of a lot of different jams. Let's see what happens this week against Minnesota. It's going to be a bigger test. You know, we'll see what we have in a quarterback this week, really.
This week.
But Jalen really rose to the
He's getting old, man.
getting away from pressure, which was in his face instantly a lot of occasions. And how about our guy, A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown.
Move that was by Howie. Spectacular.
All right, we gotta wait for it here.
Go Birds.
Listen, we gotta have Matt. Listen, special thanks to Merrill Reese for calling
thanks,
in.
Merle.
We appreciate your feedback. I don't know how you found the drunk on broad call in line, but
A little less scotch, Merrill. A little less scotch.
That's some good whiskey there, Joe. Spectacular whiskey.
maybe one too many edibles. Who knows?
I just love the long pauses. That was the best part. I'm like,
Oh, that was great.
He's getting older. Cut him some slack.
That was classic.
dude, this,
Listen, special, really, truly thank people that called in. Thanks.
hell yeah.
You know, and we've been trying to kind of put the online assault on anything Philly sports related to put that stuff out there. So if you're hearing this and you want to put that, you want to have your content heard on the show, call in, let us know what you think in the moment while the game's going on. Have that in game, in the moment reaction while you're watching the game, man. We would love to hear it and love to play, especially if we got Monday night, if there's an exciting play.
Oh, please let us hear it.
Call in, even if it's 10 seconds, 30 seconds, just to hear the excitement of how you're feeling right in that moment. And you're seeing the number call, down the bottom. If you're hearing this, you're going to call 267-405-3062, and you're going to leave your Philly sports hot take right at the door for us to play. And
That was awesome.
that was cool.
That was really cool. Not gonna lie, that hit me in my feels. That was good. I enjoyed all.
That's never not going to be entertaining.
No,
Always.
that's going to be so much fun to listen to.
Right.
Especially if somebody comes totally hammered.
Yeah. You laughing, man.
We're here for all of it.
Yeah.
On
Whatever. We don't care what kind of state you're in. Just call.
Yeah.
I could see an angry Rich calling the line sometime soon too.
If I see fucking
Jonathan
Gannon, but if I see somebody get activated from the practice squad and in a game, I'm calling the hotline. Davion Taylor, you stay the fuck away from my defense. I swear to God, I see that dude on the field and get called up in practice. Joe, don't put that evil on me. Don't put that evil on me.
But he's good in coverage, isn't he?
Oh, good. That was great.
I'm gonna cry.
He knows the system.
He knows. Yeah, he knows Jonathan Gannon's system of fuck it. Let's just try this. Oh, it didn't work.
Oh shit! Maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
Hey Vic, what should I do?
Resign.
Gentlemen, let's roll into final thoughts.
Go ahead, Jay. Kick it off.
Well, just shout out to all the first responders. Sunday was 9/11, and I really believe that as a country, we kind of shit the bed this year as far as 9/11. Like, it wasn't even covered.
Yeah.
And, you know, I saw more things being covered about the Queen of England passing away than I did about 9/11, which is sad. It just tells you where our country is as far as, you know, the media. So, you know, just keep all first responders, anybody that you know, always keep them in your prayers because, you know, they're out there doing the real work. I mean, they're the real heroes, and they don't get enough credit on a daily basis. So shout out to first responders, and RIP to everybody from 9/11.
Yeah.
That's good, Jay. Respect. Joe, what do you got?
What do I got? I guess where I'm coming from today is, I guess it's just about supporting each other, checking in. You know, like we all talks amongst ourselves and we check in, you know, on the drunk on broad. We text each other and this and that. I think we just collectively, I myself included, I think everybody needs to be more connected with each other, or just involved, or asking questions, or really seeing how people are. It really can go a long way. Just, hey, how you doing? How's your day? How's your week? You could shoot a text. It's one thing to text somebody, hey, how you doing? It's another thing to stop by or to actually call them on the phone. Nobody does that anymore.
No.
Nobody does that anymore because we're too busy, or, you know, life gets in the way. You know, what happened before all the gadgets that we have with the 75 social media apps and the cell phones and the fancy cell phones and the fancy iPads and the fancy computers and all the shit and electronic bullshit that we have now, which we all love. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I live on Twitter. I'm on Twitter like probably every 2 to 4 seconds. But
there's always a but.
You know, just stopping by somebody's house or calling them on the phone is a lost art. And it's something that we need to be better. We all need to be better at, as men, women, both, whatever, friends, family, whatever, coworkers. I just think it's something that needs to be better handled and just needs to be executed. We just need to execute, guys. We need to execute.
Playoffs? Talking about playoffs?
You do your job. Oh my God. Well, listen.
That's good.
The sentiments that you guys shared. Much more important than the YouTube rabbit hole I was going to talk about.
Talk about it, Don. This is final thoughts. Whatever the fuck you want, bro.
Listen, I got stuck in the. I don't know if have you heard of Harry Mack?
No.
Oh, okay. I apologize to all of your spouses ahead of time, because he is a freestyle guy that I ran across over YouTube, and then saw him on Facebook. But he does stuff through an app called Omegle, which I didn't know about either, which is like a chat room kind of thing. But he does these incredible freestyle raps where like he'll ask the person for like 3 words, and then he does this like 4-minute rap where he includes them in the rap. And then he's also talking about what they're wearing, what's in the room. I was like fascinated by it. It's incredible the way that he's able to lyrically put all of these pieces together instantaneously. I just was blown away. So
what's his name?
It's called Harry Mack.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's something. I'm going to just apologize in advance because you're going to waste a serious amount of time listening to this dude rap about nothing and something all at the same time while using random nonsense words that people give him on a social media site that is like a chat room.
I love it. I love it.
Rich, what do you got? Final thoughts.
I don't know, man. There were some good ones. Love Jay's because I completely agree. We give it the fuck more about a fake queen than we did our own tragedy that happened.
Lindsay and I were talking about that today.
Like that was just sad. Like when people at my work were like, "Oh my God, the Queen's dead," and I'm like, "Beyonce?" I literally said, "I'm like Beyonce," and they're like, "No, the Queen of England." I'm like, "Okay, family built off incest and weird shit. Like I'm good. I'm out. Didn't do anything to correct the wrongs of the past of their family. I'm out. I'm cool. I don't need to talk about them." Like how I look at, everything like today is kind of like yesterday I was looking at like PNB Rock from Philly was gunned down in Florida, or not Florida, in LA in an attempted robbery yesterday. Another rapper dead, right? I'm just looking and seeing like the insurmountable amount of gun violence, and it's frightening. And that's coming from somebody who has a firearms license, but who has never owned a gun, because it just scares me. I just see too much violence, and I see too much hate, and I see too much of people not wanting to understand other people, whether it be because of ethnicity or religion, or just they don't have time to understand where people are coming from. And I think that's where we are lacking as people, is because we need those interactions that keep us sane, one, for talking to different people, because it's a very quiet life when you have nobody to talk to. But 2, you need to be able to understand where people are coming from for things to happen. And I think we don't give our fellow people, whether it be each other or people on the outside, enough time to get to know them, to just get a basic understanding of who they are as people, which frightens me, because I met a lot of people and I had some great conversations. One of my favorite conversations I had is I was a devout Christian for a very long time, Catholic. And it was me, Baptist, an atheist, and I forget, and my buddy my buddy, what the fuck? Omar, and he was Muslim. So it was great having just conversations with different people, and we just shot the shit for like 4 hours and just got to know each other and got to respect each other and got to understand each other and see where people are coming from their different beliefs, either of not believing or believing in this God and believing in this prophet and believing in this. It's just, it lacks, and it shows, because people are completely ignoring each other in today's society, and I don't like it. I just think that we need to be more human. Like, it's sad when dogs and animals have more compassion than humans do. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's frightening for the world that our children are going to grow up in, and their children's going to grow up in. And once you lose that sense of morality and that ethical code and that sense of being human, then what are you? And it scares me. So just go out there, have conversations with different people. Like Joe said, connect with people. Even if you don't know them at work. I work with a diverse population. I try to talk to everybody every day when I'm in passing. How are you? What's going on? What's up? Just to get to know them. And every time I walk down the hallway, they all say hi to me. I say hi to them. How you doing? You look great. Love the hair today. How you feeling? You need help with anything? Like, just talk to people. It goes a long way. You need that connection. You need to feel human. Like, we need to do better looking out for each other, but we need to do even better understanding each other. And that's where we're falling short. And it's fucking scary.
Agreed.
Couldn't have said it better. It's very good final thought.
Well,
Yeah, Rich.
All of them.
Gentlemen,
Love you guys.
it's been real. It's
You,
been
buddy.
fun. We'll put out our official predictions on Sunday with the game day poll. But go check out our sponsors. Chime in on the Broad Street line. Give us your feedback. We'll be playing them on the episodes. So
one more thing, Don. One more thing.
Go.
So I want to start. Anybody who has a small business out there and wants, I'm not saying like advertisement, because obviously like we don't want anything from you in return, nothing like that. But I want to start trying to plug some small businesses as much as possible in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area. Like I'm getting my speakers done on Saturday at Dynamic Auto in Lawnside. And I asked Milan, the owner, he used to own a shop were over in Philly on Broad Street for a long time. And they moved over here, and I was talking to him. I'm like, hey man, give me your logo. Like, let me shout out your business. Like, we'll pull up your stuff, and just, they're all word of mouth. And like as a community, I want to see these small businesses thrive. And like I said to him, like, I don't want anything from you, bro. I just love the job you guys do. The cars you do are sick. Everything you do is like, I didn't even hear of you. I had to like Google it. So yeah. I want to try to plug as many small business like we do for other podcasts, because we're a community. I want to draw business to other people that need it, that deserve it, that aren't the Walmarts and the Targets. Like, hey, let's try to figure this out. And like we do with podcasts, Dom, we had that whole episode, and you still do it all the time. We need to support each other. We need to support our communities, and I think that's a great idea. So if you have a small business, please send us an email or send us a message on Facebook, on Instagram. We would love to plug it. Sure. Give us a logo, give us a decal, give us a little description. I don't care. We don't want anything from you. We just want you guys to be successful as we're wishing ourselves in this endeavor to be successful. So let's help each other out, and let's do this. Let's do it the right way. Like, we need to start inspiring others to do the right thing and to help others. And it starts with us. And I think that's where we can make our impact. We have 4 positive, awesome people on this podcast. And yes, I threw myself in there, but Jason does great work with his mental health. Don, you do great work in the schools. Joe, you just do great work all around, baby. You do. I'm sorry about that deer under your window. That just sucks.
Yeah, she's still chilling there, so I got to figure out what the heck's going on.
Jesus Christ, get a shovel, Joe. Just get a shovel.
I can't do that. She's still alive, man.
Yeah, it's so fucked.
I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that.
No, that's tough. But seriously, if you got anything, send it to us. And Don, guess what? They fucked around. They found out. That's what happened.
Fuck Spike Eskin.
Fuck Spike Eskin. Fuck the Sean Watson. Who else was I fucking? Who last week?
Wait, what?
No.
You can't. Anyway.
Who was it? Deshaun Watson, Spike Eskin, there was somebody else.
You have to added somebody. Davion Taylor comes back. Remember that.
Shut up, Joe. I take back everything nice I just said about it. Was it a bird? Was it a bird or like a fish? I don't remember. Last week I was too beers.
What did you get mad at last week?
I don't know. I think it was like maybe a food. I don't remember. I got to go back and listen. All right, we're done.
Well, gentlemen, go Birds.
Goodbye, go Birds. Call the hotline.
Call the hotline.